Is Uplander seeing it, giant of iron rising from river? Y'shtola and Cid leave to learn more, but are not back yet. Great is plight of Gobbyflock. Giant is too big, can squash idle sheer flat. Where are Uplanders? Calm yourself, Slowfix. Ah, 'tis well you're here, for our need is dire. A colossus of steam and steel has risen from the Thaliac. Yet it is no mere forgotten contrivance of Sharlayan. The resultant etheric disturbance confirms that it is a primal, and that it was summoned amidst the ruins left for the river to reclaim. For a mercy, it stopped dead no sooner than it had broken the water's surface, but so long as it remains in our realm, it may spring to life again at any moment. Yes, but what does Uplander find near Idleshire? Is wilderness still heavy with aether? Nay, the aether grows perilously thin, and more swiftly than I could have imagined. The primal is bleeding the land dry. Should it be suffered to continue, this entire region will become a barren waste in a matter of moons. No, Gobbyflock has just found home after long wanderings. Idleshire will not fall, Slowfix will not allow it. And nor will we. I've already spoken with Alpha now, and he concurs that we Scions of the Seventh Dawn must do all in our power to eliminate the threat, yet given its size, I deem it wise to attack from two fronts. Our first and most obvious recourse is to keep our foe in check with blade and magic, much as we have done with other such adversaries. Second, I propose that we attempt to cut off the flow of aether which sustains it, mayhap by physically separating the primal from the land. If we're to be rid of the Colossus, I think the latter course more promising, and mean to enlist Master Matoya's aid in pursuing it, yet such things take time. Thus, I have asked Master Garland to remain here and watch over our foe. Given its apparently mechanical nature, his expertise should prove invaluable to you. To you, I say, for I would leave the fate of Idleshire in your hands. Should the primal chance to stir ere my return, you're to join Cid in repelling it. An unenviable task, but one for which you are singularly qualified. Rest assured, I do not mean to linger with Master Matoya any longer than necessary. The moment we find a solution, I shall make haste to rejoin you here. Well then, let us be about our duties. I'll leave you to discuss strategies with Cid. Backrix is keeper of knowings for Idleshire, can say where Cid has gone. Uplander should start with Backrix. Backrix is keeper of knowings and data. What does Uplander wish to learn about? Ah, Uplander comes in search of Cid, yes? My thanks for sharing your knowings, Backrix. These Illuminati are indeed most hostile. Ah, old friend, you haven't seen Y'shtola, have you? Drained of all aether in a matter of mere moons. 7 hells. How much power does that thing need? Too much, plainly. Well, it sounds as if we have an urgent dismantling job on our hands. From what Backrix has been telling me, the Illuminati are the most likely culprits. They have the knowledge to summon a primal, and the requisite short-sightedness not to think better of it. Fanatical captures their philosophy nicely, I think, their goal being nothing less than sole ownership of all the world's technology. Needless to say, they're more than willing to kill anyone who stands between them and what they want. Quite how they managed to coax a primal into the hulk of a Sharlayan defense mechanism I don't know, but it looks like they've made themselves a tidy little fortress inside the Colossus. We'll need to contend with them if we're to disable the thing, and as for the task itself, simply destroying whatever serves as its engine should do the trick, assuming it is in fact mechanical. But before all that, we'll need to find a way in, through yet another bloody barrier. Barrier is not new, rose up 3 years ago after ground made shivery shakes. Ruin was freed from riverbed then, Roundrocks was there, saw with own 2 eyes. Roundrocks? Sorry, who is? Daughter of Slowfix, Roundrox loves junk more than all other gobbies, was collecting then and is playing now. Look. Shiny junk and sparkly rocks, bitty bobs and whirly cogs. I'm sorry for interrupting, Roundrox, but I need to ask you a question. When the ground shook 3 years ago, did something come bobbing up to the river's surface? Bobbing? Nothing bobbed, silly Uplander. Ground made shivery shakes when giant of whirlycogs stood, and then magic walls came up too. So it wasn't the tremor that freed the Colossus, it was the Colossus which caused the tremor. And you're absolutely certain you saw it rise from the waters, young one? Seven hells. I think someone tried and failed to summon it 3 years ago. But was it the Illuminati? Or... Brayflox comes to trade tongue flaps, Uplander. Ah, just the goblin. Slowfix tells me you're his resident expert on the Illuminati. Pardon me a moment while I consult with my fellow Uplander. If I may make a suggestion, I'll speak with Brayflox and learn what I can of our opponents. In the meantime, could you investigate the Colossus itself? Biggs and Wedge are near where its hand landed on the shore of the Thaliac. Join them and see if you can't find a way inside the machine. Oh, and good luck with that barrier. Come to see the Colossus, eh? The chief has us looking for a way in. Of course, there's a bleeding barrier around the thing. Aye, another one. Luckily for us, when the big fella came down, its hand clamped onto the shore here, punching a hole in its defences, and leaving that round portal there unprotected. Only trouble is, it's locked, and doesn't seem to have a key. For want of a better idea, Wedge is listening into Illuminati link pearl communications, in hopes they'll mention the trick to opening it. Dee-da, dee-da, dee-dee. There's only one signal coming from inside the giant, and it's always the same pattern. I'm certain it's a code. The Illuminati always use coded messages. From what I hear, they've developed a special kind of crystal specifically for transmuting link pearl waveforms. If we could get our hands on one, the Chief's decoding machine here should theoretically be able to use it to untangle the meaning. Quite where we'd find such a crystal is another matter. Does Uplander know Roundrox? She makes great collection of junk and things. Maybe is keeping crystal at shortstop. Wouldn't that be a stroke of luck? And it just so happens I've been working on a means of identifying the crystal in question. Here, take this 3G7001B. Sprinkle that powder over this so-called collection and look for anything that glimmers. It should contain the material we need. You may have to borrow one of Roundrox's treasures, but I'm sure she won't mind if you tell her it's for a good cause. What is Uplander doing? Sneaky taker. Treasure belongs to Roundrox. Uplander needs it, for giant of whirlycogs. But glowstone is most favouriteest treasure of Roundrox. Alright. But Uplander must promise to bring it back, or Roundrox is getting very angry. Ah, no burns I see. Oh, no reason. Tell me, did the 3G7001B reveal anything? Thank you, and you have my word that I'll give this back to Roundrox when I finish with it. Now, let's take a listen to what the Illuminati are really saying. Goodness, all that infernal beeping is gone. Now it's a message, clear as day. Let's see. Today's schedule for Gordius. Registration at 7th bell. Stop. Louse the curl cubs at the 3rd bell. Stop. Rest and recuperation at 2nd bell. Repeat. Today's schedule for Gordius. Curl lousing? But I'm sure that was the only message. This has to be some sort of jest. Don't be daft, Wedge. It's just another code. You need the proper crystal and the proper knowledge to understand it. Ah, bleeding Illuminati. Should have known it wouldn't be so easy. Quite the conundrum you have there. But it's your lucky day. I'll crack the code, assuming we can come to a little arrangement. I'm a treasure hunter by trade, and there's a certain something I want inside the giant. I help you get inside, you help me get out with it. A fair deal, no? The name's Mide, by the way. Charmed, I'm sure. You are aware that the interior is almost certainly swarming with Illuminati, yes? Why do you think I came to you? There's strength in numbers, friend. Best we join forces, eh? Now, the words you intercepted are largely gibberish, but paired with the numbers, well, you'll see. 7 stop, 3 stop, 2, wasn't it? You, the big one, see the pipes atop the hatch? There ought to be a valve up there with a hand wheel. Imagine it's a clock and try turning it right to 7, left to 3 and then back to 2. Haha, we did it! We did it! So, the Illuminati have been announcing the way to enter the Colossus all along. Strange. Well done for cracking the code, anyway. I had less success, sadly. I'm afraid Brayflox knows little more than we do about the Illuminati's plan, or the Primal. Come, things aren't as bad as that. We found a way inside the machine, we'll just have to learn about it as we go. It's only a massive mammoth, after all. Stopping it should be as simple as destroying its core. If we send in a suitably intrepid team of surveyors, I don't see why we can't trace the machine's power back to the source via the struts and piping. And I know just the woman to lead the party. What say you? And what of me, pray tell? I opened the way for this grand expedition of yours. Surely that's earned me a place in your little band to hunt for my treasure. You did as you promised, and you may do as you will now, but only so long as your treasure hunt doesn't endanger the mission. I'd join you if I could, but there's something I need to see first. I'll leave Biggs and Wedge here in case of emergencies. Good luck, my friend. Expertly done, adventurer. Well, what have we here? Sorry, Round Rocks could not stay away. So many new treasures here. Treasures? Oh, you mean the odd bits and bobs? Well, little one, these machina are yours to take, and some of them are rather beautiful, I must admit. Uplander can tell pretty machines from ugly, just like Round Rocks. Heh, no harm in adding one more to our company, is there? I'll keep an eye on her. Damn it, I was so sure. Uplanders are unwise to come, but most of all as treasure hunter, what she seeks is not here, not in all of Gordius. as I live and breathe. Quick thinks all thoughts, master of the Illuminati. Gobbies are backstrapped with boom dust. Uplander shoots, everybody kabooms. Uplander ear catches tongue flaps of master. Codex for plans making is gone. Illuminati are already undertaking Alexander initiative. Foolish Gobby! Secrets are kept silent. Tongue flaps never traded with outsiders. Has Quick Thinks not ordered so, many times? Master, forgive noise-making of empty head. Gobby did not think. Please, Gobby will take any punishment, just not worst one. Now. What? Uplander is shooting Gobbies? And boom dust does not harm Uplanders. Blood. Uplander blood for fallen Gobbykin. I think now would be a good time to leave. Uplander, what is Codex? Treasure? Yes, young one, my treasure. Bleeding else, face to face with the head of the Illuminati, eh? Sounds like you had quite an adventure. And this Alexander initiative has got me wondering, do you reckon it might be the giant's name? Nice sign of the Corps though, eh? Well, we'll just have to look further in. I'll let the Chief know anyway. He'll be happy to hear Mide and Roundrocks are safe too. Those two haven't stopped talking about machines since they got back. I can't say I've ever thought of junk as pretty, but each to their own. Oh, ready to have another go at finding the giant's core? Wedge, could you... Oi, Wedge! Stop listening to that bloody link pearl. We barged through the Illuminati's front door. They know we've broken their code. But I've just this moment intercepted a new communication. If you'll give me a moment to... There! It says... Oh. Death to Uplanders. Death to Uplanders. I think we may have just started a war. Uplander is amazing. Uplander is stronger than 10 Gobbies. Ah, there you are, old friend. I was beginning to wonder if I'd ever find you. Big's account left something to be desired, so I thought it best to see the interior with my own eyes. A treasure hunter through and through. Tell me, what exactly do you hope to find in here? Ever heard of the Codex? It's a book of ideas written some 100 years past. The life's work of one of the greatest technologists ever to draw breath. Within its pages are found myriad wonders, from designs from Machina that could operate ceaselessly for centuries to novel ways of culturing cheese. Even a fragment of the book could bring a king's ransom. But most remarkable of all are the plans for a walking citadel. It was to be a beacon of logic and reason for all the world. A walking citadel? 7 hells. We're standing in it, aren't we? The Illuminati's primal took its form from that idea, but I sense that none of this is news to you. You've read it then, this Codex. The design catered for every needful thing, from warm beds to crops of grain. Its occupants would never have to leave, and all in a fortress on feet, impenetrable and ready to move at a moment's notice. The citadel was meant to bear the most brilliant scholars and artificers of the age to all 4 corners of the world, that they might set about unravelling the mysteries of creation, and this utopia, this shining seat of erudition, was to be called Alexander. If Roundrocks lived in Walking Castle, Roundrocks would collect treasures from everywhere. Indeed you could, little one, and anything you found, be it junk, forgotten teachings, or lost secrets, would be yours for the taking. And what exactly would the Illuminati do with all this knowledge? They would use it to take control, most likely, create a world ruled by a few chosen scholars. Unless I'm mistaken, that's why the Illuminati exist. Bloody fanatics. Take a perfectly good idea and make it into an object of faith. What could possibly go wrong? I can well imagine how a people who have spent decades carrying their home on their backs might crave a home that could carry them, how such a place could seem like a utopia. But we're not talking about a machine here, we're talking about a primal, and primals will be the death of us all. I trust you'll be ready when things come to a head. Utopia is happy place. Where there is junk aplenty, Roundrocks is happy. Where is very happy place of mind? Wherever he is. This codex sounds amazing. A walking citadel's one thing, but a self-sustaining walking citadel. Genius! It's just a pity the Illuminati had to go and make a bleeding primal out of it. From what I understand, this Alexander was active for no more than a few seconds. That's seconds, and it nigh drained the hinterlands of Aether. Imagine what it'd do if it wandered the whole bleeding world. I don't think Roundrocks realises how much danger we're in here. Too busy hunting for new treasures. Probably for the best though, eh? We've got ourselves a problem, but don't worry, the Chief has a plan. Speaking of whom, Chief! Over here! All present and correct, I see. Good. Something has been nagging at me for a while, and I finally realised what it is. It concerns the communications wedge intercepted. So we know that the Illuminati have managed to establish a base inside the Colossus, meaning they must also have found a way to pierce the magic barrier. Assuming that's the case, what need have they to use the only hatch which the barrier doesn't protect? And why go to the trouble of sending coded messages of how to unlock it? The answer? Spies. I believe the Illuminati have an agent outside the Colossus, most likely in Idleshire itself, who is using the hatch as a back door. Now this agent will know we've broken their code and that the hatch is constantly watched, so he won't have been able to use it for some time. As such, he'll doubtless be desperate to re-establish contact with the inside. And that's why I've cleared the area around the giant's hand. All we need do now is watch and wait, and follow whoever makes a dash for the hatch. Chief! Link Pearl call from Red Bricks. He says Brayflox went inside. But she can't be. No, it must be an impersonator. Chief! Whomever you met earlier was a spy. Quick, you've got to get after her. Gobby found it. Good, knowings of missing piece are with Illuminati. Gobby did well indeed. This is how you treat those who please you. Now is realm in chaos, broken, machine with too many parts, but Illuminati plan needs one thing, missing piece to bring world order, give world harmony, make world perfect. And what of those who don't fit your vision of perfection? How many must die to pay for your utopia? Don't you see? You summoned a god-stamped primal. It will devour the aether of every land you visit, until Hydaelyn and everything on it is dead. Inside fortress of Illuminati, chosen will live on. If inferior on outside die for progress, so be it. This is cost of seeking for knowings. Hells take you and your damned seeking. Wise uplanders find happiness in Illuminati rule. Unwise uplanders, utopia does not need. So it's obey or die then? The whole concept is grotesque. No, Sid. Like the rest of the ideas set out in the Codex, Alexander is wonderful in itself, perfect even, but in the rush to realise its ideals, even the best of us can be led astray. Oh, so once upon a time these Illuminati were starry-eyed philanthropists, is that it? And it was only after they got their hands on your perfect bloody Codex that they turned into vicious killers? Tell me, was there any passage in particular that convinced them to abandon their last shred of empathy? I cannot speak for the precise contents of the Codex, not anymore, but I haven't forgotten everything I read. I think I can stop the core if you can get me close enough. You think you can, or you know you can? And what of its location? It's somewhere in the trunk. How close we are to that, I can't say. Roundrocks can say, 2 paces of Roundrocks are 1 yarm, so by count of Roundrocks, chest of Whirlicog Giant is only a little further. Ha, clever girl, you've been measuring how far we've come from the start. Alright, I propose we withdraw for the time being. I don't know what will happen when we breach the core, but I do know that we'll be better equipped to deal with it if we're well rested and ready for anything. All should be well enough. No one should have the power to choose who lives and who dies. The idea is too vile, too insidious to be left unchallenged. We have to act. If we don't, Alexander will awaken and the Illuminati will be unstoppable. Make no mistake, it's now or never. I think I have the knowledge required to shut down the Giant's core, but if I'm to reach it, I'll need you to lend me your strength. Well, really, the Illuminati's latest message is... well, let's just say it's unsuitable for polite company. I should be much obliged if you'd teach those privy-mouthed savages some manners. We're here, and none the worse for wear, so if you need another pair of hands, just say the word. So is this the heart of the machine, eh? I knew I should have brought a bigger hammer. Not that I'll be needing it, of course. Isn't that right, Maid? Greater are knowings in brain cases of unwise than quick thinks believed. Perhaps quick thinks judged too quickly. Perhaps Illuminati should study Uplanders. It is before eyes of Gobby. Good, do not fail. Illuminati have no use for failing Gobbies. End of Gobby's long wanderings is close. Something isn't right. Something isn't right at all. The way Quick Thinks spoke, you'd think he'd won. He didn't seem too bothered, that's for sure. Do you think he might have planned for us stopping Alexander's claw? What was it the chief said again, about the Illuminati finding what they needed to complete their plan? Something along the lines of a missing piece, I thought. And what of Quick Thinks' honour guard? The two dolts who are ever at his side, why aren't they here? The Illuminati must surely have known we were coming. What could be more important than protecting their leader? You don't think he sent them to Idleshire, do you? While our backs were turned, like? That would be... Come on. Giant loses power. Uplanders succeed. Never mind that, man. Did the Illuminati come? Is Idleshire safe? How does Uplander know? Yes, many Illuminati came to take stuffs of Gobby flock. Great was chaos. But suddenly, Illuminati go and take only junk not worth jingly shine. They came barging in, ready to start a war, and then scarpered with a handful of bleeding junk. Hold on a minute. Where were they last seen? Red Bricks thinks near the shortstop. Round rocks, come on. I'll go and find the chief, he'll know what to do. Uplanders are gone too long for comfort of Red Bricks. Shortstop is a place of clashings with Illuminati. Illuminati are up to no good, maybe using confusion to do foul things. Uplander must go and see, make sure all is well. Is everything still as we found it? They haven't come back, have they? No, they're gone for now, and everyone seems to be fine, physically at least, but Round Rocks... Gone. All gone. Poor thing. The Illuminati took everything. I'm just glad she was off collecting trinkets with Backricks when they came. I didn't think what might have happened had she been here. Come, come, little one, dry your tears. One thief, unconscious. We found him lurking near the edge of town, not far from your treasure, Round Rocks. Uplander brings treasures home. Thanks to Uplander. Many, many thanks. It was all Big's, little one. He had a feeling a few soldiers might be lurking around, waiting to ambush us, and this is what we stumbled onto when we went to look. But why did the Illuminati take Round Rocks' collection in the first place? Surely that can't have been their goal. I wouldn't be so sure. Were I to guess, I'd say that the Illuminati believed something they wanted was hidden amongst Round Rocks' pile of trinkets. Rather than waste time sorting through them, they decided to take the lot. But when they subsequently realised they didn't have what they were looking for, they crept back into town to wait for a chance to seize whatever it was they actually wanted. What if bad gobbies want most favouriteest treasure of Round Rocks, one that is safe with Uplanders? You mean the glowstone that we borrowed? But of course, it's been sitting in the decoding machine all along. Yes, yes, Round Rocks would be sad without pretty glowstone. It's special treasure from near old castle. Rusty one that was left by uplanders from before. Wait, what do you mean before? Round Rocks, were you near the Charlian ruins when the metal giant first appeared? Yes, yes, Round Rocks saw Whirlycog giant stand 3 years ago, but was only for a little bit, and big gobbies do not believe Round Rocks. 3 years ago, when someone tried and failed to summon the primal. A fragment of the Codex, of all the places in the realm. Only a fragment of the original, so that crystal must be the Illuminati's missing piece. We may have stopped their primal and taken their prize, but our foes are not about to admit defeat. They'll be back and out for blood, like as not. But we've got you, and I'm sure you'll be ready for the onslaught when it comes. Might I suggest you make merry till then? Round Rocks is happy. Many friends worry. Think of Round Rocks. Uplander is one. Round Rocks thanks kind Uplander. Let me chime in as well. Round Rocks' home needed protection, and you provided it. Not many would do that, and certainly not in the face of a primal. You have my thanks also. Might helped Round Rocks too. Uplanders have good hearts, and kind. Only so many of us find Mackinac pretty, my dear. We have to stick together, don't we? Did Mide always like whirlycogs and bitty bobs? Not like you, Round Rocks. My love, he adored the things, inventing, building, and tinkering with them. Mide always touches hurt mark when remembering. Do I? Well, I suppose I do. Those times were something else, little one. My friends and I were lost in our dream. We thought to put back the pieces of the broken world of logic, reason, and technology, and we were certain we could do it too. I hadn't much skill with thinking up things or making them, but I helped in my small way, and that feeling of aiding in someone else's dream, sharing it, washes over you like a wave of happiness. I've never felt that way since. Now it all seems so far away. Even the memories feel like I dreamed them, rather than lived them. Well, enough of that. Round Rocks is right, adventurer. You're a kindly soul. Keep an eye on our girl till next we meet, will you? Round Rocks thinks long and hard on what to do with precious glowstone. It is most favouritist treasure of Round Rocks, but glowstone is also what Mide seeks all this time, and has already brought Round Rocks 3 whole years of joy, so Round Rocks decides to give it to Mide so she can be happy too. For now, Round Rocks entrusts treasure to Uplander to give to Mide at next meeting. Even meanest gobbies dare not try to take glowstone from mighty Uplander. Round Rocks does not know where Mide is now, but she often gazes out on giant of whirlycogs from broken watercross. Maybe Uplander finds her there. From afar, that mass of steel has a certain majesty, does it not? But something tells me you didn't come here to share the view. What is it? Round Rocks means to give me the Codex fragment. I couldn't possibly accept. She values that stone over the rest of her treasures combined. And yet, it may be safer in the hands of one more capable of defending it, safer for all concerned. God knows the Illuminati will stop at nothing to get it. Very well. If she feels I should have it, I'll hold on to it in safekeeping for her. Alas, it is of no more use to me than any other rock. You doubtless recall the moment when Roundrox first revealed the Codex fragment to us, yes? When she took the stone in her hands, a piece of the Codex burst forth unbidden in a brilliant flash of light, yet it had been handled many times by others, yourself included, without ever betraying a hint of the secret contained within. Do you not find that strange? I myself was surprised, albeit for a different reason. The Codex is protected by an arcane mechanism, you see. Only those who share its fundamental principles are able to view its contents. It's rare indeed to find an individual with the qualities required to read it. That Roundrox possesses such qualities is an unexpected blessing, to be sure, but if the Illuminati were to learn of her secret, she would be placed in grave danger. Even as we speak, they scour the hinterlands in search of their elusive missing piece, but as far as I know, they still view our friend as a mere collector of misplaced items. For her sake, we must do our utmost to draw their attention away from Big West Shortstop before they take it into their heads to return, and it is for that reason I mean to leave this place. When the Illuminati learn that I have the fragment, it is my hope that they will focus their efforts on ascertaining my whereabouts. Needless to say, I may not return to Big West Shortstop for some time. While I'm gone, I would ask that you watch over Roundrox, see that she does not come to harm. You have my thanks, adventurer. As I thought, I'm no longer worthy. Wedge searches for Uplander with much urgency. Uplander must return to Big West Shortstop at once. There you are, and not a moment too soon. The Illuminati are getting ready for something big. Yashtola reports that Alexandra has started drawing massive amounts of aether from the surrounding land, which can only mean one thing: the Illuminati have resumed their attempts to revive it. And what's more, Backrix reports that the goblins are amassing substantial quantities of explosives and supplies. By all indications, they're building another weapon. In short, it's bad. But it's nothing a bit of strategic thinking can't fix. They say he who strikes first strikes last, and that's exactly what I intend to do. I've devised a plan which should allow us to take the Illuminati unawares, and I'd like you to spearhead the assault. Our rendezvous point is to the south on the cliffs overlooking the Thaliak. Biggs has gone ahead to scout the area. We shall await your arrival there. Good to see you. I take it Wedge told you the situation. You ready to hit the Illuminati where it hurts? That's what I like to hear. The chief will be here soon, and then we can get things underway. Bloody elves, if it ain't Yashtola. No one told me you were coming. An etheric disturbance of this scale demands my personal attention. Judging by the marked fall in ambient aether concentrations, the situation is far graver than previously assumed. And you're certain that Steel Monstrosity is to blame? I can see no other explanation. The giant's innards are well nigh saturated with aether already, yet I sense something else, an irregular energy coming from within the barrier. Be that as it may, I'm afraid we have more pressing concerns. The Illuminati are up to something, and we need to hit them before they can put whatever it is they're planning into action. To which end, allow me to introduce my newest and perhaps most astounding invention, the Electrojammer 3, first of its kind. Speechless with astonishment, I see. As well you should be. The high-frequency waves emitted by this device will interfere with any and all enemy communications, making it impossible for them to coordinate an effective defense. With it working in our favour, victory is all but assured. I see. So assuming I've understood correctly, you need only activate this electro-jammer of yours, and the Illuminati will be plunged into disarray, affording us an ample opportunity to take them unawares. Very well, proceed. Wedge, is this supposed to happen? Bloody owls. You've woken it up. Nay, only the left arm stirs. Could the waves emitted by your device have disturbed something within the barrier, Wedge? It's not my fault. Not to worry, Wedge. With the Illuminati hard at work reviving the giant, 'twas only a matter of time before parts of it started springing to life. You just gave this one a little extra nudge. On a brighter note, it would seem you've saved us the trouble of finding another way in. Old friend, it's time for your customary heroics. The Illuminati are likely still scrambling to work out what just happened. Before they do, I suggest you hop across the river and show them what for. I must needs discuss these developments with Master Matoya. Sid, would you be so good as to accompany me? Your insight may well prove useful. Another core stirs to life. The future unfolds exactly as expected, exactly as written. Uplander feels shivery shakes. Arm of steel giant is wide open and no Illuminati in sight.